I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.
Fake society, you say, right? You said fake society. Let me help you out. You cannot complain about how fake society is when you are fake yourself. You cannot complain about how fake society is when you hang around with fake people. You can't complain about how fake America is when you yourself hang around with fake individuals. Make that make sense to everyone. When you make that statement, explain that. And let me also say something while we here, because I didn't plan on doing this live stream. I just saw this on my algorithm, so I'm going to have to respond. You said that the South has always been better than the North. How is that possible when every Southern state, since you want to be hooray, hooray, going up and down in Dixie, while you send your behind from New York and went down to Florida, and you over here talking about how the Southern states is better than the North. Well, let me help you out. Since you said you are successful, right? Since you said you are successful, let me help you out. Let me help you out. How come there are more prisons? No, let me rephrase this. Talking about why there are people on Section 8 in the South. There have been more people in Section 8 housing because most impoverished people are in the South. You can go to Alabama. You can go to Mississippi. You can go to Louisiana. In those three states alone, that's where most of your poor. When people talk about abject poverty, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. But you ought to complain about New York and Chicago. You know my problem is with a lot of you Negroes, you talk too much and know too little. Let me say this again for you. You talk too much and you know too damn little. You know nothing, but yet you're talking. Every southern state in this union pay, because you keep complaining about your tax money going to Section 8 housing. Yeah, man. Section 8 housing. Yeah, man. I can't believe down here we have Section 8 housing. But let me help you out. Since you keep talking about your tax dollars is going to Section 8 housing recipients. Let me help you out real quick. The state that where you claim to be from spend $100K in locking you up, while they spent $25K to get you in front of a book. Same way like my state. $45,000 is spent for one student in high school. But it takes $200K and make sure that same student, if he managed to make sure he get a cot at re-hot meals behind bars. It will teach you $45,000 in my state alone to educate you, while they spent twice, if not more than that, to make sure you are locked up. But yet, you Negroes from Chicago and New York, y'all claim in Boston, y'all claim down here is so good, it's so wonderful. Anybody can go to Louisiana and see the zip code of who is wealthy, who's not. Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Florida, and so forth has had the same dot process. But the problem is, you Negroes are older than me, but yet you're talking and don't know anything. I have a problem with that. Y'all over here talking and don't know jack shit. Did you send the video? What a video you sent me, Simply Deep? Hold on. Was that on hold on. Let me go ahead and see it. It was by Charlie Kirk. Let me go ahead and see it. I don't think I did. Hold on. Let me see if you sent me that. I think I saw it, but when did it, was the last week or something you sent it? I remember seeing something. No, hold on. Let me go down. See here. No, I don't remember. Go over here real quick. Direct messages. Hold on. Oh yeah. I got it. I got it. Yeah. I saw that one. Simply deep. I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah. I got it. I got it. I got it. Yeah. I saw it. It was a long time ago, but yeah, I saw it. I should have responded to you. I don't know why I didn't. But that was last week though. What was that? 2 weeks ago? Last week or something like that? I should have responded to you, but I didn't. I apologize for that. But anyway, you know, this is what happens when you have people. Let me get back to my topic. This is what happens when you have people. All right, then, simply deep. I appreciate it. Yeah. I kind of alluded to it on my other live stream. So anyway, let me get back to topic because I'm not gonna be here very long. I'm not gonna be here very long with this. You know, you got people around here whose brain is full of air. It's like there's no electrons and protons and electrons meeting and electrodes and there's nothing running inside the brain. If you're going to move from one state to another, you're supposed to know what's going on in that state. You're supposed to know what's going on in that state before you move to it. The South has the most poverty. The South has the most crime. What are you talking about? See, a lot of y'all in this space has smooth brains. Your brain is full of nothingness. But yet you come online talking about how successful you are. So if the northern states ain't good, and now you're figuring out that the southern states ain't good, shouldn't it time for you to get your passport and go back home? Shouldn't you go back home at this point? See, but yet you was the one that called this country because you were a tether. By the way, you are a tether. So let me help you out. You called this country the country of my birth, the country that I love. You called this country Babylon. Well, if this country is Babylon, then get the hell out. That's what you need to do. Bunch of smooth brain tethers. You know nothing, and yet you're talking, and that's why Negroes like you get up in the way. Now all of a sudden you figure out what's going on. Now all of a sudden you're now starting to figure things out. Too late now. If you didn't figure in and out ever since March, it's too late for y'all to understand it now. Oh yeah, them tariffs are the good or the best thing. No, there wasn't. Farmers who voted, farmers across this country is hurting. The same farmers that voted for Donald Trump, y'all hurting now. Y'all can't trade with the Chinese. Y'all was selling food to the Chinese. The Chinese was giving American farmers money. Y'all was eating off of the Chinese. Now all of a sudden, you can't sell your products to China, to Japan, to Vietnam. Y'all can't send y'all food to any of those places. Even Korea. Y'all can't send y'all food over there now. Now though, y'all going broke. Me, I'm having a hard time. What are y'all talking about? Y'all know nothing, and yet you're talking. The only reason why y'all voted a certain way because y'all can't stand women. Y'all, it's either a few things. Y'all can't stand women or y'all can't stand black people. Or both. That's why what y'all did now last November, the result of what happened last November is work out right there in front of y'all, and y'all said today, well, I expect life to be good. I expect things. And no, let me help you out with this too before y'all open your mouth. I am no fan of Joe Biden. I am no fan of Kamala Harris. No fan of Kamala Harris. No fan of Joe Biden. But they're better than what's happening now. But you're out here complaining about Section 8. Yes, there's people living in Section 8 housing. See, the problem with you, Negro, you think Section 8 housing is those New York apartment complexes in Harlem, in Queens, in Brooklyn, with your New York ass. Not knowing Section 8 housing in the South looks like regular houses. Wood clap and sometimes brick housing. You know nothing. Yet here you are trying to talk. Calling Big J, and you call V-Dub, you call Third Ward criminals. What crime did Big J committed? I'll wait. Big J's supposed to commit a crime, and here is you on panels with a woman who a couple you invited to your house. And those two should be in prison. No, nigga, you fake. Get your tethered ass back to Jamaica where your ass belong at. Gonna call just because I offended just because I said Kamala Anthony should deserve a fair trial. You humped up, you got yourself on that Donald Trump train, MAGA train, and then you trying to buck dance and shoot and shoe shine for those white racist folks. See, you think the only people on Section 8 housing is black women and black women. You know nothing. If you go all the way across this South, go to Alabama. No, forget Alabama. Go to Mississippi then, because it's worse than Mississippi. Go through Mississippi and see all those poor white trailer park having, and you'll see what's going on. And the only reason why they will still vote for Trump, because they, in their mind, is, well, I got to maintain my whiteness because voting down a black person means I got to preserve my whiteness. Because we rather live in poverty not to see the colored man rise up to the top. See how stupid that logic is? You got white people around here who are dirt poor, living in shacks, want to vote GOP, want to vote for a millionaire. They don't give a two fine fucks about them. But because they see me being a black man, they thought, okay, we got to vote for the person who's not for our best interest, just because we didn't see Big J. We don't want to see Big J have a leg up either. See, that's how things are in the South. Lyndon Johnson even said it. Yeah, if you only way to convince a white man in the South is tell him that he's better than convince the poorest white man among us is give him rev up. I forgot the whole quote, but it makes sense. You get the poorest white and convince him to vote the other way, because in order to prevent the colored man from getting anything, and therefore you be picking his pockets. I gotta find the actual accurate quote. That's what Lyndon Johnson said, and it's true. And people like you can go from you a tether going from New York down to Florida, and you think you raise your nose at everybody. You're talking and don't know crap. But being another dumb nigga online. You got people around here who don't know a damn thing, yet though you're talking. And, see, and the thing is, you're older than me. I expect people who older than me possibly have more wisdom than I do. That's sad. You got a nigga in his 50s, don't know shit. I'm in my early 40s. Yes, I'm in my early 40s. You're supposed to know something by the time you're 50. I consider y'all and Reg shout, because no, ain't no shout to Reg, but Reg was right. Y'all are parasites. He said that yesterday. Y'all talk and don't know anything. That's a problem. That is really the problem. Anyway, that's all I gotta say on you. I'm out. Y'all have yourself a good one. I said what I need to say. Shit, I just went and fixed. I fixed up that vehicle that I said earlier. My last live stream, I fixed on that car, you know, and all that. So I'm good. I'm out.
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.